Welcome back to Television A7. Let's jump into it. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 6. So, the episode starts off with a flashback, kind of like of how Candy and Marlo developed a friendship. It was kind of cool. Then it started to go downhill. But a lot of people were up in arms last night because you see, this is the current cast. When they did the flashback, they showed this picture, okay? They alluded to when kind of Marlo first came on this season. We see Cynthia, Kim, Candy, Sheree, Phaedra, and Nene is not in this picture. However, this is the original cast picture. Now, folks are upset because, oh, how can Bravo erase Nene, this, that, and the third? But apparently, allegedly, in the lawsuit agreement, some of the terms had to deal with Bravo using the likeness of Nene Leakes. So, in order to cover themselves, they put up this image. But a lot of people, like I said, noticed it and were upset. So, Nene, of course, is going to be getting tweets left and right. And she responded on Twitter. Oh, I had it up here. Let me go back to the very top. She says, "Thank you, Tweety Pies, for all of your DMs and comments. I see everything you are sending to me. It's really just a shame people can do these things and get away with it. If only you really knew, if only you knew." So she posted this June 12th today at around 11 o'clock. And you see a lot of these tweets are folks saying that we can't erase Nene's legacy. She built the housewives, and yes, those things are true. However, if in the lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, if the terms of the lawsuit are saying that they can't use your likeness, this, that, and the third, then what is, what is Bravo supposed to do? Look, I understand it, it is different to not see Nene in that picture because we all know Nene is the backbone of all of this. But yeah, it's just like at this point, oh well, it's like she burned the bridge completely. And someone pointed out, "Nene, girl, you literally said they gonna leave my name out of these shows. Send me your best discrimination attorney info. It's war." And this was from 2020. So apparently, like I said, these are some terms from that lawsuit. And yeah, Bravo is allegedly not allowed to use Nene's likeness. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about that whole thing. Because, baby, people were upset. So, after the flashbacks of Candy and Marlo's relationship, we get this scene right here. And she is talking to her management team like, oh, Candy is only wanted to promote her businesses and on this platform, and she was wrong for not sending flowers or just being more sympathetic when I told her the news about my nephew. Now, but I don't know if what Marlo is going through, like if she forgot or if she didn't forget, she's just determined to take Candy down. Right before this scene, they showed the flashback of Marlo going to Candy's house and telling her the situation. And Candy very clearly gets up, gives Marlo a hug, is saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Da 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 da. And even in one of Candy's old confessionals, Candy is saying, "I'm not gonna judge Marlo, for her past and hang that, the mug shots and slashing the girl in the face over her head. She is actually a really sweet person." So now we go from that to this Marlo. It is really, really crazy. And of course, her management team is going to be on Marlo's side. They don't know the whole story, they don't know the full story. So she was just, telling them about how Drew didn't say the word shooting, and just upset with Candy for um, that reason. So next we have Sonya. She's talking to we still this is Sonya's whole storyline. This entire season is about her family, if they're gonna move out or not, because Sonya really don't have much else going on. But we see her in the kitchen. She's talking with her sister and her mom, and her sister is still feeling a type of way. Obviously, the brother-in-law quit, so Sonya's like, "Dang, I got all these things coming up, but some of the family want to quit and everything." But Sonya's like, "You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and talk to Ross about possibly, just having mom and dad stay here, and then you and brother-in-law can go." But the sister is like, Cherie is her name. Once I leave, you and Ross ain't gonna be able to move as freely as y'all do, because me and my husband, Sonya's brother-in-law, is helping with the kids and this, that, and the third. But anyway, Sonya is not feeling that. She's just throwing shade toward her sister. But let me tell you something. That sister gonna pack up her bags, take her husband and her kids, and Sonya is going to be looking crazy. Sonya gonna be looking crazy. So they need to figure it out. But moving on to the next scene here, we have Kenya talking with her friend, and they're sitting right here in the new Kenya Moore hair spa. It's empty, but she's kind of showing her friend around and what she wants everything to look like. And she's telling her about the trip um, to Birmingham, and how everything just kind of, went shot to hell, basically. If you see the friend's face, she looking like, girl, like, what is going on? And they're also talking about Roy, and if they are going to be able to keep the relationship going, because they spend so much time apart. And Kenya's not really sure if she wants to go through all of that again. So, but anyway, that's what she's discussing right here in this scene. But from the way, like, they show the pictures of how everything's supposed to look, it's gonna be really nice and good for Kenya. Good for her. So next we have Cairo, Sheree, and uh Sheree's grandbaby. She's a cutie pie. What's the baby's name? I think it's Mecca, something like that. I believe it's Mecca. But they're coming over. Cairo's girlfriend is there too, but not in this particular frame. And they're gonna do some fun little activity where they try to get the baby's handprint and make ornament out of it or something. But Sheree starts to get emotional in her confessional, because she's like, Cairo, when he came and told me, like, he was getting ready to be a dad, I didn't know if he would be ready, but he's stepping up. He's doing great. And me, I didn't really have all that, help when I had, my kids. So Sheree is getting emotional, but Cairo, he seems like he's doing okay, but it's like, he's the father. He's supposed to do those things. And honestly, it seemed like Cairo is just kind of like going through the motions. Like, I don't know what, something seems, it's like he's there, but he's not all the way there. If y'all understand what I'm saying, I'm not trying to talk about nobody's kids, but it's just like, I don't know. Something a little off about Cairo. But anyway, he's in his daughter's life, and good for them. So now we're gonna get to Drew and Ralph. They are at their house. Their son is playing basketball, getting some coaching or whatever. So they stop for a second to talk about um, everything that's just been going on and why Marlo blew up at Drew after after the concert with Candace and that whole thing. And Drew was just telling Ralph, look, like, Courtney, cousin Courtney, invited all the girls to an escape room event, and we're gonna go there and, hopefully be able to hash things out. But Marlo's upset with me because I didn't say the word shooting. I'm from Chicago, and we don't use the word shooting. So I said incident, and Marlo is upset. But Drew keeps saying that, she's from Chicago. She's from Chicago. They don't use the word shooting. I have not ever heard of that before, but if she don't want to use the word shooting, fine. But if one thing we gotta know is that Drew is from Chicago and she doesn't like to use the word shooting. So let me know what you guys think about that. Getting into this next scene, you can kind of see the tension is starting to build up. We have Candy and Todd. They're sitting there talking about briefly about a new movie project Todd is working on, and Candy is FaceTiming Kenya, and Kenya is telling Candy like everything that Marlo has been implying, like, oh, Marlo saying all this stuff about how you didn't send flowers and this, that, and the third, and you didn't really care when she told you about her nephew. And she's like explaining everything, with Drew as well. So just kind of getting Candy in the know. So when they all meet up at the escape room event, Candy is going to be like on go. But you see everybody, and it's so fitting that this place is called Beat the Bomb. I think it's hilarious. Um, all the ladies get there, they all sit down at the table. When Candy walks in, you can see Candy is fuming, and all the ladies are like, "Uh oh, Candy, like, what's that look? What's going on?" So Candy gets right to it. She's like, "Hey, look, Marlo, can we go over here and talk?" And Drew comes along as well because this whole thing started because Marlo was upset that Drew was basically going easy on Candy and not calling her out about not talking about the shooting. So they're going back and forth, and all the rest of the ladies are sitting over to the side. They hear the commotion. Moneta gets up to go, check on her girl. But Candy is like, Moneta, just back up, please, back up. I got it. Just let us get through this. Let us get through this. So Mayetta, after this, Mayetta go sit back down. But Candy just cannot, and you see it's getting a little bit more heated. Candy cannot understand why Marlo is just now bringing up this incident when she had like almost 3 years to say something about it. And Candy is like, Marlo, that's really messed up that you're trying to make it seem like, his shooting, your nephew's shooting, has something to do with me when it had nothing to do with me. Yeah, he worked at the restaurant for a brief moment in time, but at the time where he got shot, he was not at the restaurant. So stop trying to put that on me. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm just this cold, heartless person. And like what's up with you? Like, what is the deal? And it's like they're talking over each other, they're yelling, they're going back and forth. Um, and we see this is where Candy activated. The reason she starts to get that Candy cry. You know what I'm saying? And Marla's like, "Oh, you just go cry again. You cry baby." And Candy's like, "The only reason I'm crying right now is because I can't choke your ass, bitch." And then she walk off. She storm outside. Everybody like, "Oh my goodness, what is going on?" They follow they follow Candy outside to the parking lot. Um, so Marlo, Sonya, and Sheree and Courtney, they kind of like stay behind. But of course, Kenya and Marietta, they gonna go see about, and Drew, they gonna go see about Candy. Candy's like, I'm super emotional. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm over this. I'm finna go. I'm finna go. And then Marlo always want to talk about this, that, and the third. Well, let's talk about how she slashed the girl in the face and all her mugshots and da 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 da. So after Candy leaves, that whole parking lot scene is over. We jump back inside, and Marlo is starting to get emotional because she's like, every time I try to talk about something or whatever, confront one of the ladies, they always want to call me aggressive, and they always want to bring up my past about the slashing of the girl in the face and the mug shots and this, that, and the third. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like, why does it always have to come to that? So Marlo is upset as well, but those four ladies who are there, they end up playing the games. They show that at like the very end of the episode. But let me know what you guys think about this episode, um about Marlo and Candy. It's ridiculous at this point because now we have the text messages, and we have the clips of Candy trying to be nice and sympathetic toward Marlo, and Marlo is just like not having it. It's just so weird at this point. But let me get into this fast five. It's like some things I want to reiterate again and give you guys something to leave a comment about. So Nene wasn't shown in that original cast pick. Do you think that they should have even put that picture up, or should Bravo have just left that out completely? Or, let me know what you guys think about that situation with Nene and Bravo. Now, Sonya, a lot of people I noticed on Twitter were getting on Sonya because Sonya, if you're gonna choose to side with Marlo and Sheree, and I'm not even really gonna say Courtney because Courtney is just like new, but if you're gonna choose to side with Marlo and Sheree, you need to stay over there. Stay over there on that side. And number three, I'm sick of this whole Ralph and Courtney cousin thing, child. Cause every scene is like, oh, my cousin, my cousin, my cousin. Number four, yes, Marlo is absolutely aggressive. The way that she comes at people, she starts over talking people. She wants to just, it's like her arguments have no logic, like no logic whatsoever, and people are just getting really really tired of Marlo at this point. And the fifth thing I want to leave you guys with is Candy's tears are absolutely valid. If I were Candy, I'd be crying too, because you either going to get this cry me a river, or you gonna be 6 feet under. So I'll take Candy's tears, because baby Candy was just at the Tonys, and Candy got a lot to lose. Candy got a lot to lose, and she ain't trying to lose it over Marlo. Okay? So that's the episode review, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 6. Thanks for watching Television 87. If you want to check out more of my Atlanta Housewives content, I got a couple videos for you guys to check out right here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.